There was once a young boy who lived in a small, quiet village surrounded by forests and rivers. Every morning, he would wake up early and look out of his window. In the distance, a huge mountain rose proudly, its peak covered with white, sparkling snow. When the first light of the sun touched the mountain, it glowed like pure gold. The boy often whispered to himself with wide eyes and a hopeful heart, "One day I will climb that mountain." But the villagers laughed at him. They shook their heads and said, "It's too high. It's too dangerous. No one from our village has ever done it. Why would you?" Even though the villagers doubted him, the boy never gave up. He believed in his dream with all his heart. Every day, he took small steps to prepare. He explored the paths around the mountain, collected food for the journey, and trained himself to be strong and brave. Finally, one bright morning, he took his bag, waved goodbye to his village, and began the climb. The path was steep and rocky. He slipped sometimes and stumbled over the stones. He felt tired, hungry, and sometimes thought about giving up. But each time he looked up at the towering mountain, he whispered to himself, "Just one more step." Days passed. He crossed fast-flowing rivers, climbed jagged rocks, and slept under the wide, starry sky. He felt the cold wind bite his cheeks and heard the lonely sounds of the mountain at night. But he kept moving forward, step by step. Slowly, he reached higher and higher. The air grew thin, and every step became harder than the last. But he remembered his dream and never gave up. Finally, after many days of struggle, he reached the top of the mountain. Standing on the peak, he looked down and saw his tiny village far below, surrounded by green fields and winding rivers. The wind was sharp and cold, but inside, his heart was full of warmth and joy. He smiled and said, "It was not the mountain I conquered. It was myself." Moral of the story: the real mountain we must climb is inside us, our fears, doubts, and limits. If we believe in ourselves and never give up, we can reach any height. Every challenge is a step toward becoming stronger and braver. New words to learn. Word, steep, meaning very high or difficult to climb. Example, the path up the hill was steep. Word, rocky, meaning full of rocks. Example, the road was rough and rocky. Word, conquer, meaning to overcome or win. Example, he conquered his fear of heights. Word, distance, meaning faraway place. Example, we could see the mountain in the distance. Word, journey, meaning a long trip. Example, his journey was full of challenges. Word, stumble, meaning to trip or almost fall. Example, he stumbled on the rocky path. Word, determined, meaning having a strong will. Example, she was determined to finish the race. Whisper, meaning to speak very softly. Example, he whispered a secret to his friend. Closing lines. Thank you for listening to The Mountain, a short story for English learners. Remember, every small step, no matter how difficult, takes you closer to your dream. Keep believing, keep moving forward, and never give up. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's continue learning English together, one inspiring story at a time.